Now, I think that's a pretty good fire engine for a 6-year-old. This is the review that it got. I've never seen a fire engine that needed to be shaved. I would rather be burned to death than saved by this hairy piece of crap. Now, clearly that's over the top, but when you're a kid, that's what criticism sounds like. You know what? When you're an adult, it doesn't sound much better. Think about how often you shut down members of staff by criticising too early, before their idea is fully formed. We shut down people's creativity all the time. And this is a creative industry. We should be amplifying creativity. We should be opening people up. Because creativity is really about looking at things in new ways. It's about seeing with new eyes, hearing with new ears. It's about experiencing things in different ways. So how can we be more creative? What are some of the tools we can use? Well, the first one I want to talk about is to focus outside your usual process. To look outside your usual process and think about, solving problems as a method of creativity. Let me give you an example. Now, most of the men in the room will know what this is. It's a urinal fly. Basically, it's a picture of a fly that gets stuck on the porcelain at the point of preferred impact. Apparently, aim is a bit of an issue for some guys. Now, it looks silly, it looks a bit ridiculous, it looks a bit stupid, but here's the thing. When they introduced these urinal flies at Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam, it improved men's room cleanliness by 80%. If you're the women in the room thinking, urinal fly on the shopping list. 80% improvement. Now, the process thing to do would have been to put more cleaners on, would have been to clean more regularly, but they thought outside the process and were creative and created something far more impactful than just sticking to process. Now, just last year, Tontine started adding use-by dates to their pillows. Now, for years we've heard about the ecosystem that grows inside our pillows, and it's gross and it's disgusting, and we're all looking at our pillows thinking, just how yellow does it have to get before I change it? Right? Now, this is something that's actually existed for a long time, use-by dates. We have them on cans of beans. But now they have a volume driver that actually had people buy pillows when they launched it, but it keeps people coming back. It keeps people refreshing their pillows because it actually solved the problem. They actually thought outside their usual process. Imagine you've got someone coming over to stay. You don't want to give them a pillow that's past their use-by date, because trust me, I'll be checking. So that's about thinking outside the process. So that's the first way we can be more creative. The second way we can be more creative is to be a part of their conversations. Be part of the things that they're already talking about. Rather than talking about ourselves, join in with what's important to them. When we launched Nando's into Australia, they were a tiny little chicken chain. They had one restaurant here in Melbourne,